Oh,
Hey,
man.
that one works.
So what this is, Nick,
Oh, no,
the Doctor
please,
Who
no.
showrunner, Russell T Davies, turned down meeting with George Lucas to work on a Star Wars TV series back in like 2007. Right? Because he couldn't be bothered to go from Wales to London. Now, he quite literally expected George Lucas to go to him, which, why on earth would you do that? You're a nobody.
Yeah.
And also, like Cardiff to London's not far. It's like a couple of hours on a train. It's not like it's not far. It's not far at all. It's really, really not far. It's a
3-hour drive.
A little bit longer than 3 hours. A little bit longer than 3 hours.
Well, I'm just going based on what Google said, but
yeah, it can be. It can be a lot longer, but it's not long, right? So
Probably
check
a
this
quicker
out.
helicopter ride.
Yeah, true.
Get a
Anyway,
chopper.
check this out, right? So, in a book, right, Doctor Who: The Writer's Tale, the final chapter, Davies, who was in charge of the BBC series between 2005 and 2010, revealed that he'd been contacted by Lucas about Star Wars Underworld, which was that TV show about all the criminal shit.
Yeah.
The other day, I didn't tell you this, my agent got a call from George Lucas's people. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Apparently, Lucas is in London and he wants to meet me about writing for his new Star Wars TV series. I said no. Well, I can't go to London. I haven't the time. And Lucas didn't exactly beat a path to Cardiff, so he can't be that interested. There's more.
Oh, somebody is so full of themselves.
Wow,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
There's more. There's more.
One of the godfathers of science fiction says, I want to talk to you. And your fucking response is, you come to me, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more. There's more.
Wow.
Mind you, they really want a UK writer, apparently. When I find out who it is, I won't be so snooty. I'll just be jealous. I do wonder, to be sort of snooty about it, snotty about it, I suppose whether I'm cautioning myself when I go back to regular drama, it'll be like starting again from scratch. That's why I turned down the opportunity to meet George Lucas the other day. The thought of more years typing interior spaceship and playing with other people's toys. I mean, no matter how much I love Doctor Who, it's not mine. I didn't create this show. Ah, well, Lucas might not have liked me anyway, and I can always tell people that I turned him down. I want your thoughts instantly on this, Nick. First.
Wow. To that last statement right there, I can always tell people that I turned him down. Like, I'm hot shit, buddy. I turned down George Lucas. That's how big I am. Dude, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who this guy is. I don't watch Doctor Who. I've never seen Doctor Who. So I don't know about any of the writers or any of the people involved with that show. So, but I guarantee you, way more people know who George Lucas are than you, Dave. What was his name? Davies?
Russell T. Davies.
Russell T. Davies.
Russell T. Davies. Yeah. Wow. Talk about conceited, arrogant douchebag.
That's the very definition of ego getting in your way.
Yeah, well, it's quite
Yeah,
funny,
for
really,
sure.
because one, he's like, "Well, I don't want to play with other people's toys." You are literally still working on Doctor Who, other people's toys.
Yeah.
And not only that, your career could have gone in a significantly better direction if you had worked with George Lucas.
Yeah, especially while he still owned it and had control and was working on that Underworld show, because that show probably would have turned out to actually be pretty good. George was just trying to figure out a way to make it more cost effective for each episode, and that's ultimately where the problem came into. He wasn't able to get it done and keep it at a low budget. It was just going to be too expensive to make. But yeah, F that dude.
Crazy, right? Crazy.
Russell T. Davies.
Go on then, Dark Hour.
Oh, I mean, he summed it up. I can't really add much to that. It's just let's see. This was back in 2007. Was when this was. What was it? When was this actually said?
Yeah, well, that's when it happened, 2007.
Okay. So yeah. So yes, you had just revived Doctor Who after its like 9-year hiatus or whatever. It still hadn't reached the heights yet that it inevitably would, and now has since collapsed. But I don't even know what could like. All I'm thinking while you're saying that is like I can't even come up with like a fun thought, because if this happened to me, I would have never hesitated. I would have been on the first train, hopped in my car. I would have hired a private jet. I don't care how I would have got to London, but I would have got there. You know, at
It's not even
that
that
time.
far. That's the annoying thing.
It's like for him to say the thing. So this is the thing that stood out to me, right? You know, you got to come to me is basically the attitude. It's like he basically did. He's there from California. He's traveled like 6,000 miles. You can't travel or however many kilometers that is. I'm sorry, H-man, but you can't travel 150 miles to go like this is kind of
we do miles and kilometers over here.
Okay. I was just making a joke.
We're very odd with our metric and imperial. We do literally both of them. It's very
this
strange.
is the kind of stuff though that when I hear about a creative like this having this kind of ego just drives me nuts, especially when that particular creative happens to share the same first name as me, because my first name is actually Russell. So it really annoys the shit out of me.
And he's currently working on Doctor Who right now, so he's
they brought him back.
So he's responsible for the current iteration of it that fans are absolutely hating.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he probably would have just like brought some of his politics into because a lot of his stuff just kind of lines up with current Star Wars anyway. It probably just would have happened sooner, so we would have been complaining about it for a completely different reason at that point. Yeah. But from a purely just egotistical standpoint, this is a prime example of people who think their shit doesn't stink.
Well,
go on, Tom. I know you want to rant. Tom's dead.
Oh,
excellent. Tom, where are you at, bro?
I was cleaning up the kitchen. I was busy.
Tom's dead.
You're talking about Doctor Who.
Tom's dead.
I'm here. Damn you in your video. Fuck this guy in the horse he rode in on. Like you just said. Like this would be like, you know, if George Lucas drove halfway to me and I'd be like, nah, I don't think it's worth the trip. I don't care what he has to do. I'm busy. Fuck y'all.
I've been waiting to play that. I've been waiting to use that this podcast.
Well, the beauty of that is it gives me enough time to rush back. You know.
I know.
You guys talk about look. Okay, so this is the comment I said earlier in the background when they were going into Doctor Who. I said we fought a war, so I don't have to watch this shit. Okay, so
yeah.
Keep your fucking snooty British crap away from me. No. I thought old Doctor Who was kind of cool, and then the credits would get over and the show would start. So like that to me was the best part. Was like the opening credit music.
They really, but they, in fairness, the Russell T Davies era did slowly push Doctor Who more towards Americanization to like, you know, try and get that market. So that's the one good thing he kind of did, was he like opened that up, but then he's screwed it up since. So.
No, and I'm not trying to make anybody change it for me. People who like it. I've seen a few episodes. It's just not my bag of tea. It's just whatever, you know.
Yeah, same.
You don't even like tea.
Exactly my point.
I know.
You don't like tea so much that you got the phrase wrong. It's cup of tea.
Bag of tea, cup of tea.
Do we have any closing thoughts on the hubris of Russell T Davies?
He's a moron. He's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is succinct. I like it.
What's bad is here we are 20 years later or whatever, or 15 years later, and he's right back where he started from.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the funniest part.
His career could have grown. Could have been a bit more, right?
Dreadful. Yeah, it's hilarious. That the statements he's saying right here is like you said. He doesn't want to play with other people's toys, and he never got out of that. He never got out of that sandbox ever. He's still in that same one.